Hey guys, I'm back once again with another video coming at you live. And from a MGTOW perspective, I just kind of thought I'd jot out my thoughts or a little bit of my thoughts on MRAs. Now, for those of you who really aren't fully aware what MRAs are, it's just basically an acronym that stands for Men's Rights Activists, or they're part of the Men's Rights Movements, or MRM. And my thoughts on MRAs is, for the most part, I personally don't have a problem with MRAs. I think MRAs are really fighting for a good cause. They have a noble cause. Their hearts are in the right place. And, they help tackle things and talk about things like men's issues, men's rights and marriage and divorce, and child custody, and just their overall view and role in society. And they have a really strong will to want to change the system and bring about new regulations, new laws, new policies that are pro-male, and that's great. I think that's not a bad start to try to bring about change. I mean, it's definitely sort of a libertarian because one of the basic principles of a libertarian is you do want to see change, but you just want to see it happen in a non-violent manner. You want to go about it in a non-violent way, and I think MRAs are pretty cool about that. The only thing I would say about MRAs is their hearts are in the right place, but I'm just not so sure their minds are. If you look at voting in this country, the U.S. that is, 51% of the voters are women, and you've got feminists and feminism and all that other jazz, and really just overall a gynocentric society as a whole. And I think that really is going to hinder what the MRAs can do, which is why I'm not an MRA. Basically, I think MRAs they're fighting a good battle. They're fighting a really good battle. But from my own thoughts, I think they're fighting a lot of an unwinnable battle, because with the way this society is set up, it's so geared towards women at this point that really going to the government, and the straight shooter pointed this out, going to the government to try to, orchestrate some kind of change or to bring about some kind of new pro-male policy is really just going to be shot down by feminists. It's going to be shot down by voters. It's going to be shot down by even the men who put these legislation policies into effect. It's going to be shot down mostly because those politicians who sit in office are going to do things that they know will get them elected. And if they know that most of their voters out there are women, and this is where your simping and white knight manginas come in, they're going to do things. They're going to put in place policies that cater to these women. And they're going to do that because they are aware that women represent the majority of voters in this country now. So that being said, in fact, let's back that up a little bit. If you go off demographics alone, there are more women in this country than men right now. So going off of that demographic alone, I feel like the MRAs, they're just fighting an unwinnable battle, which is, just like I said, why I'm not an MRA. If somebody were to really ask which of the two I thought were better, MGTOW or MRA, I'd probably end up to tell them MGTOW. MGTOW is probably the better way to go of the two, because MGTOW is basically just opting out altogether. Forget about trying to go to the government to put in some change. Forget about trying to bargain with politicians. Forget about all that other crap. MGTOWs have basically just said, you know what, fuck it. This system it's fucked up. It's fucked up beyond repair, really, of just me. And I'm just gonna do my own thing. I'm not gonna have anything to do with all this simping and white knight blue pill mangina stuff. I'm just gonna do my own thing, go my own way, and let it be their problem. Let it be their problem that, one day, our population declines. Let it be their problem when, things like lack of productivity come up to hand. Let them deal with that. I am my own self, and I don't want to have anything to do with it. I'm done. I'm opting out. And that's what MGTOWs are about. And the difference between MGTOW and MRAs are really trying to fix the system. And MGTOWs, I guess you could say, are sort of they're not really even trying to fix the system. They're just opting out and saying, this is it. If this is the way they want to roll, let them roll that way. But that doesn't mean I have to roll that way. MRAs, on the other hand, are really more like, okay, this is the way they want to roll, but this is the way we want to roll. Let's see what we can do about that. So, if any of you guys were to ask me, any newcomers were to ask me, or fellow MGTOWs, which of the two I thought was really the better, I would have to end up saying MGTOW, because MGTOW's philosophy as a whole and principle as a whole is fairly easy to follow. So, yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on MRAs. I think they're fighting for a noble cause, and if anyone was interested in becoming an MRA, I'm not going to say don't become an MRA, but I would just probably end up telling them that I think MGTOW is the better way to go of the two, because it's just feminism has just gripped this society to the point where now there's really not much more we can do, gentlemen. I think MGTOW has no regrets to it whatsoever. At this point, there's nothing we can do. So, aside from our videos, our blogs, and our Facebook pages, and this, that, and the other, I think the best thing that MGTOW can do is make people aware and spread this awareness, and just plant a new seed every day in the mind of other men. I think that's the best thing that MGTOW can do at the moment. And I think in the years to come, I think MGTOW is going to continue to grow. And that's a good thing. Let me assure you. That's a very good thing. Because even by not doing nothing, MGTOW is doing something. It's going to sound a little funny, but yeah, even when we aren't doing anything, we're doing something. We're making a statement. Not a direct statement, but an indirect statement. By simply deciding to go our own way, walk our own paths, and opt out of the matrix. So to my fellow red pillars out there, I encourage, rejoice, cherish, and walk with your head high of being a MGTOW. It's glorious. It really is. Peace out.